Okay, so I see the truck now, and I guess it will do the full unveiling here, and then I'll show a little bit more out in the daylight. So this video has to start from my truck because I'm kind of running extremely late, but we are taking the wrap off of the Raptor. Well, kind of. I don't want to give away too much, but yes, some of the wrap is definitely going away on the Raptor, but I gotta go because I'm like extremely late. I was supposed to be there at I think 3 o'clock, and it's 3:53. We've got the Raptor here, and we've got some stuff that we have to fix, like I've talked about. So the mirrors and then the stuff on the front as well. Gonna get that all figured out. And then there's something over here, and I'm not gonna show you guys exactly what it is, but there's all these different wrap options to choose from, and some just in this whole area. And one of these is gonna end up on the truck, but I can't tell you. But one of those things is gonna end up on the truck. So I guess you'll have to see if it's still orange or not. Well, we are heading over to pick up the truck finally. It's been a few days, and of course it decides to snow horribly. So it's kind of sad. Like, obviously I'm not worried because it's a truck, but the thing that sucks about it being snowy and cold is the vinyl probably isn't gonna set as well as it should. And yeah, might cause problems, but hopefully it'll be okay. And yeah, I guess the next thing that you guys will see is the new truck. Well, and by new truck, I mean the new wrap on the truck. The truck's the same, but the wrap is different. So same truck, new wrap. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention is stay tuned for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna post that video tomorrow. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I'm going off-roading with Nick. He's also known as the Burlacker. He's thinking about buying a Ford Raptor, and since I have a 2020 Ford Raptor, we decided that it'd be best for us to just go off-roading. And so, wow, that was really bumpy. But anyways, and so tomorrow, we're gonna be going off-roading, undisclosed location, gonna jump the truck, most likely, gonna do some hill climbing, just pretty much everything, so that he actually gets like a real feel for the truck instead of just driving it around town, which is extremely boring. And by the way, I tried to get a review of Stradman's wide body Supra and his Gladiator, and well, he politely declined, so we're just going off-roading with Nick. This person's license plate says V10 OND. Like, I think that was just random, but I'm not sure if it is or isn't. But I mean, if you take out the D, then it's V10 on. And if that's random, that person got lucky, but they probably don't even realize it. I see the truck now, and I guess it will do the full unveiling here, and then I'll show a little bit more out in the daylight, because obviously these lights are great. They actually provide really good lighting. But yeah, here is the new wrap, and you guys might not be able to tell. It just looks like the orange is sharper, but what I've put over the whole truck, or not me, I should say, what Doug has put over the whole truck, and this was a very painful process, is gold over laminate over the entire truck. So you can see if you go really close up to the truck, it still has the orange, but then it is basically gold sparkles on it. I mean, that's kind of like the best way for me to describe it. But yeah, it completely changes just the whole look of the truck. And yes, it's dirty back here because I haven't had a chance to fully wash the truck. But yeah, I can tell already on camera it just doesn't do it justice. But when you go up close, you can actually see all of the gold sparkle on it. And I think in the direct sunlight, this is gonna look absolutely ridiculous, but I just like how it's sharpened everything up. And more importantly, one of my neighbors just wrapped their Chevy Trail Boss bright orange, just like what the Raptor was. And so now my Raptor again is gonna be unique, and it's not gonna be just another orange truck in the neighborhood. Well, back in the truck after like, not quite a week, but it has felt like forever, and it's gonna be exciting to actually have a vehicle to drive around again. But yeah, it's just cool to look. So you can kind of just like barely see at the edge there, just like this yellowish tinting, right? The goldish tinting. And it's just such a cool look from the interior on the truck now, just out over the hood. Oh, it looks so sweet. I love it. We're at the gas station here, and if you're wondering, the bill to fill up the Raptor was $82 for 30 gallons. So doing pretty okay. But anyways, more important news. I actually have a really big update on the vehicle search, and it was completely unexpected, but stay tuned. Finally made it back, and before I give you guys a walk around on the outside of the truck while it's actually physically outside, I said outside twice, but Anyways, before I do that, because yeah, it looks insane when it's actually in natural light, and I think the water has also kind of made it look even crazier. But anyways, I just got a call from Chevy saying that I can submit my Corvette order in, and it's different than I expected. So I was expecting not to be able to get a car till December, maybe, because just the placing I was at. But now it sounds like I might be able to get a car in April, May, or potentially June at the latest, is what I was told. So June would be I mean, it could potentially, you never know what could happen, but what it sounds like is I could probably get a car before June. Now, I was completely going a different path. Obviously, you guys know I've been looking at different cars because I didn't think I was going to get one for so long. But being only a few months away, that obviously changes everything. And so now I've got to make some decisions. You guys have already decided that you like the R8 with the gated manual more than the LC500. And I've kind of thrown out the idea of the LC500 because I did find some R8s that were super close in price to the LC500s. So it's kind of like, I'd rather have a V10 over a V8 if it's the same money, right? But now we've got to make an important decision. Should I finally like push over my Corvette order, because I am going in Wednesday this week to go over all the details and put the order in? Should I still put that order in, or should I get the gated manual R8? I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below, and well, let's finally get to showing the exterior of the Raptor in the sunlight. Oh, and by the way, when I say sunlight, I mean, well, yeah, you get what I mean. But here we go, and again, I can already tell the camera's not doing it any sort of justice. It looks way more ridiculous in person. And it actually contrasts better with the lights than before. Let me actually, oh, wrong pocket. I was saying I gotta put the key fob here so you guys can see the lights. So before, the marker lights kind of looked off with the orange, but now that I've added this gold over it, it completely like transforms it, and it makes it look like it actually makes sense. But yeah, you can see at angles here when the light hits it. I mean, yeah, especially now that it's all wet, it just looks ridiculous in person. It almost just, well, I don't know, have you guys like ever, when you were a kid, did you ever play with Bionicles and there was that golden Bionicle? And I know that it was like gold on gold, but this kind of like texture-wise and everything almost reminds me of a Bionicle, which is weird, but kind of reminds me of that. And I love the little touches right there, like just how the light hits it at those angles is just crazy. And I'm going to do kind of like a full walk around over the rest of the truck so you guys can kind of see it, I guess, from different angles. The mirrors were the first part that was done, and we were a little bit concerned when we did the mirrors because it looked funny, but now that everything else is all basically covered with the gold, now it actually makes sense. But yeah, this looks ridiculous. Yeah, just like all the curves on the Raptor. Hello, tree that always gets in the way. But yeah, just all the curves on the Raptor just make it go perfect. And the camera kind of makes this look like yellowy orange, not actual gold, whereas in person it looks more gold than it does yellowy orange, if that makes sense. And the rain cleaned off my taillight for me, thank goodness. But yeah, and I guess the sad part is the fact that I'm going off-roading tomorrow, and this truck is, well, it's probably going to be covered in mud tomorrow. I figured out the secret. If I stand down here and look at it from this angle, this actually kind of captures it a little bit better. It's kind of cool, the contrast between the suspension, because now the suspension is oranger than the truck. But yeah, I feel like this angle, still not quite, but this like almost captures just how gold the truck is now, and it looks ridiculous. Oh my goodness, I just love how cool that is. Yeah, that's like, because you can see as soon as I stand up here, then it instantly kind of, it looks like more orange. But then, obviously if I step down, lower the camera down a little bit, let the light hit it differently, yeah, now you can kind of see just more of the gold. Oh, yes, and a quick update on the other stuff that's coming for the Raptor. So, I have some great news. They finally re-released the vinyl that I'm going to put over the skid plate. So, the color of the bumpers here, you can see it's kind of like magnetic almost. It's a little bit different, but it's pretty close. That was the color that I wanted to put on the skid plate. This is textured plastic, which is kind of black. I thought it'd be kind of weird if I did the black down there, even though it's kind of the same piece. I think it would look better if I basically did the same colors of bumpers. So I finally got the vinyl ordered out for the skid plate. So the skid plate should be getting done on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday of next week. It's gonna take about 5 hours roughly to do the skid plate. It's just, you can see under there, yeah, just how annoying that is going to be. And obviously I'm gonna have to get it all cleaned up after I off-road the truck. But yeah, that's gonna happen on Tuesday. And then the other thing that I don't exactly have a time frame for that I'm going to get done next is going to be the bed liner finally. Like, I've held this off for way too long, but at the same time, I haven't had to use the bed yet, which shame on me for owning a truck and not using the bed. But yeah, the bed liner is going to be the one thing that is getting done next. So skid plate Tuesday, and then bed liner, haven't figured out a time, but that will happen soon. Oh, and I think I forgot to give an update on something very important. So I showed a Raptor with like an aftermarket front bumper with like light bars and a winch. You guys remember that with the exhaust and all that? Well, I have an update. So I can't get the accessories off of that Raptor. The dealership that has it under consignment doesn't want to sell it for as high of a price as what it's being sold for if the accessories are gone. Hopefully that makes sense. So originally we thought that we could just take the accessories off and then it'd be fine, but the dealership that has it under consignment doesn't want to do that. So I can't take the accessories off that Raptor. So not getting a front bumper, not getting an exhaust, not getting any of that, sadly, from that Raptor. So I'm gonna have to do it all myself. And leading into that, I don't know when that's gonna happen either. I think I'm gonna do the exhaust first because I just want more noise, or actually not the exhaust. Probably the air intake, probably a cold air intake first. I just want more turbo noises first, so I'm gonna fix that. Then I'll do the exhaust, and then I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a front bumper or not. I'm still kind of torn on that, but definitely more turbo noises and more exhaust noises. Not the most exciting video, but tomorrow will be a lot more exciting. Anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. I want you guys to let me know what you think on the new wrap with the Raptor. But again, a huge shout out and thank you to Elite Vinyl Works. I'm going to include his contact information in the description below. If you need any vehicle wrapped or anything like that, just feel free to ask him. But if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe. I will see all of you in that next video.